Kia guys, it's Tuesday. Today I want to talk about charting your progress and using feedback to get from where you are now to where you want to be. For me, when I think about fat loss and the process of losing body fat, I think of it like the takeoff and flight of an airplane. Some people take quite a long time to get off the ground, and instead of being patient and waiting out for the weather and the fog to clear, they quit before they even get to that takeoff speed. Others actually do get off the ground, but as soon as they hit any kind of turbulence, they quit and they land the plane early. Some people even manage to get a good coasting speed and they start moving comfortably towards their destination. But as soon as they find themselves a little bit off track, then they too join the quitters ahead of just simply continuing and adjusting your direction. Because a lot of people, myself included, make the mistakes of interpreting results as failure. And because you believed you failed, you give up. And, can you imagine a pilot in a plane quitting every time there was a delay or turbulence or a slight deviation in course because of a wind change? No one would ever get anywhere. So the key to success in losing body fat is just to mentally reframe your thoughts. That's the quote of today. There's no such thing as failure, only feedback, only results. Everything looks like failure in the middle. You can't bake a cake without getting the kitchen messy. Or halfway through a surgery, it looks like there's been a murder in the room. If you measure your body fat, or you jump on the scales and there's no change, or it increases, you haven't failed. You've simply produced a result. As long as you're taking action, then whatever result you produce is performance feedback. And it may not be the result you wanted, but it's still valuable feedback. And you've learned one way that doesn't work. If you want to produce different results, you need to try a different approach. One definition of insanity is continuing to do what you've always done because you'll continue to get what you always got. Very rarely are you ever going to move in a constant linear path towards your goal. You're constantly going to be zigzagging your way to success. And if you work hard enough, you'll see progress every week, but your rate of progress will often vary. But don't let this zigzag pattern discourage you. Never panic over a 1 week fluctuation. The trend line is always the most revealing. And that's why I use that True Weight app that I talked about in the previous videos. You should see some kind of positive result every single week. If you're getting no results after 7 days, then you need to look back and really ask yourself honestly, am I consistently doing what I know I should be doing every day? Or have I been cheating or slacking off? Have I really put 100% effort into what I've been going for? Or have I been cheating a little? If you have faithfully followed your program 100% and you've allowed for your macros and fitting everything in and you've been doing your workouts, then that's the signal, that's the feedback to make an adjustment to break your plateau. Now I've noticed I've hit a plateau today and my weight's starting to really level off. So for me, it's my signal, my feedback to start working harder. Time to crank up the intensity and frequency of my training, and I need to tighten up my diet. Because people, and myself included, underestimate the amount of effort it's required to get a lean body. But I'm not just going to continue to up the training and up the intensity again and again and again until I'm overtraining, because overtraining can be really detrimental in the long term. So it's a balance of increasing the intensity but not going too far or too hard and making my body suffer for it. So what things can I do to increase the intensity and break a plateau? Number one is eat less. So cutting calories is an option to increase my deficit, but I'm not going to increase my deficit too much. Remember, I've set my calorie restriction to around 500 calories, and that's my bottom level where I'm going to go to prevent myself from going into that starvation mode. The second option is to play with my macros a bit. I could up my protein and my fats and reduce my carbs a bit, just to play about with it a bit and see if that has a result. So I'm going to try that today, just by bringing the carbs down just a little bit, maybe 20 grams or so. I'm thinking about doing a bit more cardio, maybe some interval training, or maybe some more cardio on my days off, just to increase the deficit, keep my metabolism up. So for you, what you know now about body composition and understanding how to measure your body composition, your body fat and your lean body mass, I'm going to give you the different results and the different feedback you can get and what to do with that feedback to break your plateau. So your lean mass is staying the same and your body fat is decreasing. Fantastic, that's the result you want. Your diet and exercise program are working perfectly and you're on the way to reaching your goal. So don't change up a thing and keep going on the good work. What happens if your lean mass is staying the same but your body fat is also staying the same? So nothing's happening now. You're at a standstill and you need to make some adjustments to get yourself moving again. So first try increasing your cardio activity. Maybe increase the number of days per week you're doing it or how long each cardio session is. If you don't lose body fat within the next week, then you can reduce your calorie intakes very slowly by say 100 to 200 calories at a time per day, provided you don't drop below that minimum allowable calorie deficit. Keep your nutrient ratios the same unless you've been stuck for more than 2 weeks. And if you have been stuck for more than 2 weeks, you might want to experiment a little with a moderate or low carb diet just for a couple of weeks to see if that gets things going again. What if your lean mass is staying the same and your body fat is increasing? Now you're in a calorie surplus. You're eating more calories than you're burning and you're storing it as fat. So first, increase the frequency and duration of your cardio exercise. Recheck your body fat in a week, and if it hasn't decreased, then reduce your calorie intake by 100 to 200 calories per day, provided you don't drop below that maximum allowable calorie deficit. Keep your nutrient ratios the same. What if you're losing lean body mass and losing body fat? Well, in this case, you are losing body fat, which is good, but you've also lost some lean mass, which is not good. A small loss in lean mass, say like a few tenths of a pound, is nothing to worry about. And if it's the first time you've lost lean body mass, don't panic because some of it's probably water weight. But if this is a recurring pattern and you've been losing lean body mass every week for more than 2 weeks straight, then you need to think about the fact that you're losing muscle tissue now. And you need to eat more, at least temporary. So increase your calorie intake by 100 to 200 calories a day to stimulate your metabolism while continuing with your current program, and keep your nutrient ratios the same. What if your lean mass decreases but your body fat stays the same or even increases? Well, this usually means your metabolism is getting far too slow and you're actually burning up muscle for energy. So in this case, it's time to increase calories and get your metabolism going again, and you're starting to enter that starvation mode that we talked about in the previous videos. Now, what if your lean mass increases and your body fat decreases? Now, this is very unlikely to happen, except for those genetically gifted people, or sometimes people who have just started the gym, or those really good ectomorph type bodies. If it does happen, terrific, because you're leaner and more muscular at the same time. So don't change anything. Keep up the good work and you're on your way to reaching your goal. What if your lean mass increases and your body fat stays the same? Well, good job, you've gained muscle without gaining fat. And this is the ideal outcome for someone on a muscle gaining program. But if you also want to reduce your body fat percentage, then you'll need a greater calorie deficit. And you can do that by increasing your cardio while maintaining your current caloric intake. If your lean mass and your fat mass increase, then you've gained muscle, which is good, but you've also gained some fat, which is not good. So you are in a substantial caloric surplus. Some bodybuilders do this quite a lot in their off period. It's called bulking up. But if you want to stay lean or avoid the bulked up look, then you need to increase the amount of cardio you're doing. And you also need to make sure you're being strict enough with your diet. So keep it clean, keep it free of all junk food as much as you can, apart from the few that you fit into your macros. Recheck your body fat in a week, and if you still continue to gain fat, then you need to decrease your calories a bit. So by following this system, taking continuous action, getting constant feedback and adjusting it by being flexible and having an open mind, then you will get results and you will continue moving towards your goal. That's it for me today. I think I need to increase the cardio a bit because I'm starting to plateau. I'll keep the calories the same, but make sure I'm not sneaking in a few calories here and there. Up the cardio, keep the weights going intense, and we'll see how the feedback's going. On Monday is my first body fat composition check. So that will be my first. I'm going to do it every 3 weeks and then use the scales in between to measure my body composite, my progress towards my goal. Catch you guys tomorrow for another video. See ya.